How long have you been like in town working out with some of these guys?
I was here probably 2 weeks ago. I was here by myself, though. I think a lot of guys took a week off just to, do whatever they had to do right before camp. And then the next week after that, I took a little vacation. But this past week, I've been here. So this is going on 2 weeks. And, really just trying to get, some chemistry down with the guys and, just trying to learn everybody. It's a new team for me. And it's also new for, the 4 guys that's still here from last year. So we're just trying to get a little chemistry down and, just trying to learn each other's game in the little time we do have.
Dorell, how beneficial do you think this roster is for your three-point shooting? Maybe to get back to making as many, maybe attempting almost as many as you did a couple of years ago?
I think it's going to really benefit me a lot because, we got so many talented guys that can put the ball in the basket and, that calls a lot of attention. So it's going to be a lot of penetration and, kicking out to me around the three-point line. So I'm really excited about that. I'm getting a lot of extra reps in just so I can be prepared for that and, just trying to do different things in different situations, taking my shots and in rhythm, not trying to force anything. So I think it's really going to, be fun, playing with these guys, especially, all the attention, our big fella's going to be attracting, Drew, Evan, Thad, all these guys, that get to the basket pretty easy. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Dorell, can you talk about the process of how you and the Sixers came together?
I'm just a player, so my agent handled all that, and I just continue to stay positive. My thing was me going back to Golden State for my last year on my deal, and this came up, and I think it's worked out for the better, for myself and my family. Coming here, and then a week later the team just totally changing. So it's definitely working out. I'm happy to be back on the playoff team, back to the winning ways, back on the East Coast. So I'm really looking forward to it.
You've been on multiple rosters now. What is it like trying to build that chemistry? Because, there are a lot of high expectations here, but there are also a lot of question marks about how these pieces can fit together.
The number one thing, we all professionals. We know we all have one common goal, and that's to win. So if everybody's on the same page from day one, it's all about winning. These young guys, have been in the playoffs for the past 2 years. And they understand, they know what it takes. So that's always good, going to training camp. And, it's just the way these guys carry themselves. They're very young, but, you could tell they're being around, some veteran guys or, just a winning program. And, that's what it's all about. So I'm really happy to, come in here, with my 9 years now. And the knowledge I know just to, help the younger guys out and continue, to work hard myself.
What kind of blueprint has been laid out to you by the coaching staff as far as what they might want from you, whether it be starting, coming off the bench, offensively, defensively? What have they kind of told you so far?
As far as my role, starting and coming off the bench, I don't know yet. But, I'm with whatever, coach wants. So I'm all about winning. I'd rather come off the bench and win instead of starting and playing 20 minutes or whatever the case may be. So I'm really looking forward to it, whatever my role is. I know when I go out there, I got to play hard, leave everything out there on the court, and, get wins. That's what it's all about.
What has Doug Collins told you? What has he told you?
One of the things, he just definitely wants me to be a leader. Me being, like I said, a little bit older, having years and being around for a little longer, just to be a veteran leader, coming here, help us out on the offensive end as far as knocking down open shots, being a playmaker, something that's very underrated about my game that a lot of people don't see. Me making plays, putting the ball on the floor, getting guys open shots, and also creating for myself. So I'm really looking forward to that. Handling the ball, getting the ball off the rim, and bringing the ball up, getting the guys in the offense. So it's going to be fun.
Well, they've hung their hat on their defense the last couple of years, and that's why they went out and found shooters like yourself and got bigger. But defensively, has Doug or the staff talked about, because they lost their best defensive guy, what you guys are going to need to do so that you can maintain that defensive?
Well, you know what, definitely, that's another key, me coming in here playing defense, something I was known for in Miami and things like that. So I definitely want to get back to those ways of being, now I won't say a lockdown defender, because guys are so talented in this league, so any guy could get hot and score whatever they want on you. So, just a guy going out there bothering guys' shots, being back in the East with a lot of, talented 3 men. So you got to be prepared each and every night. So What I'm gonna go do when I get out there is just try to do my best as far as, you know, making it tough on on the offensive player. And, you know, it's all about a system. It's never just one guy. You know, I know you say, you know, they're missing their best player, their defensive player last year, but, you know, it's going to be a system. It's going to be the other 4 guys behind me as well. If they're in their right spots and they're where they need to be, and, you know, I try to make, you know, the shots as tough as possible, I think we'll be a great defensive team.
When we talked to Doug earlier this year, he laid a lot of, I don't want to say pressure, but a lot of what's going to happen this season on Evan and Drew. Just your thoughts on being around them. You didn't get to see them a lot, obviously, from the West Coast, but being around them these last couple of weeks, your thoughts on those 2 guys?
Man, I can tell that, you know, they're hungry and they're ready to win, and, you know, they want to take their game to the next level. You know, in the weight room, on the court, getting extra shots and things like that. You can tell when somebody's serious about their job, and, you know, who's a pro and who's not, and those guys really take it serious. And I think they understand. You know, coach is putting a lot on them, and hey, that's how you grow up. You know, that's how you get older and you get your respect around this league. And I think they're going to be up for the challenge.
Dorell, can you talk about 2 years ago you had a really productive year in Golden State, and it seemed like what was going on there the last year between you and Mark Jackson? Just didn't seem like things really fit for you in the last year.
It was just a different system. Keep Smart was more of an up and down team. You know, we try to outscore you and things like that. So, you know, I just had to adjust my game. I wasn't, of course, getting the same shots, you know, as the year before because we threw the ball down to David Lee a lot more in the post. And, you know, we tried to get that going and get David going. And we had other guys. So, you know, me being a pro, I understood that each and every night, you know, I had to do something else, whether it was defending somebody, getting rebounds that night, knocking down open shots. You know, each and every night it was different. So that's just how it goes. You know, you just gotta, you know, adjust your game. And a lot of people would think I don't think I had that much of a bad year. You know, I just had to adjust my game. Different system, different coach, different players. So, you know, when things like that happen, hey, you just gotta adjust your game to be out there and be on that court. And that's the main goal, is me being out there on the floor.
When the Sixers go small, where can you play on the floor?
I could be a forward man. You know, I played a lot of 4 in Golden State. Did a lot of things in Miami when we went small as well. So me being able to stretch the defense out and going pick and roll with Evan and Drew and those guys, I think is going to be great because we're just going to spread all these guys out. You know, Spencer, he can also be out there with us and, you know, be around that perimeter and knocking down open shots. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun when we go small and, you know, getting up and down and running.
Dorell, you talked about adjusting your game. Your first 5 years in the league, you were a very low-volume outside shooter. In the last 3 years, you've been one of the league's best. What was like the impetus for that change?
Just an opportunity. Like I said, I knew what my role was in Miami. I was a rebounder, defender, and I knocked down open shots. That's what it was, and you know, and I fit into that system. That's the reason why I was on the court. So, you know, I just got to be a little more aggressive now that I'm here, and you know, one of the three-point shooters on this team, and you know, just knock down open shots. That's all it is.
Do you think this system's more similar to the system you ran with the Warriors a couple of years ago?
Yeah, it can be because, you know, like I said, we got so much young talent and, you know, guys going to have to get up and down. You know, I know we got a big fella down there with Andrew, and we're going to definitely dump the ball down to him. And, you know, sometimes when we get a fast break or, you know, a rebound, we got to run. And that's just how it is. And hopefully Andrew run with us and we get, you know, easy baskets, and he's just going to open the game up for us a lot.
Having seen Bynum a lot more than when you were out west than we did, just a quick scouting report going up against him, what it's like, what his game is like for people here that haven't seen him all that much.
He's going to need 2 defenders to stop him. You know, I would say he's the best big man in the NBA right now, hands down. A guy that could give you baskets with his back to the basket. A guy that makes free throws at 7 foot tall. So, hey, you just got to respect the fact that, you know, you got to double him. And we got guys around the perimeter that can knock down open shots, and you got to get out there to us. So I'm really looking forward to playing with him. I've been knowing him for a few years now, and I know what he's capable of doing, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be on the right page and try to come out here and win just like he did in L.A.
The best big man in the league, is that because he's your teammate now?
No way.
Or
I say any day.
Is that because Dwight Howard is coming back from an injury? Or is that because he's...
That's because I know he could put his back to the basket and give us a basket and, you know, and request a double team each and every time and make free throws. I think it's an all-around game when, you know, when you're a big man. It's not just what you can do. I know he can block shots, he can rebound, but I think he had, 30 rebounds or 25? So, shoot, I think, I don't know. What would you say?
I think he's first. I think he's the second best big man in the league.
Who the first?
I think Dwight Howard's the
Okay.
best big man, but, you know, see how he comes
He's
back
younger
from
too,
back
though,
surgery.
right?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So it's gonna be fun though. Hopefully he can stay healthy and you know, just ride, put, you know, everybody get on his back and take as far as we can go.